Hello everyone. Now let we start our class today. Our first chapter is complete. Now we start our second chapter, that is Internet Services and Mobile Technology. In the first chapter we study about internet basic, that means what is internet, what is network, what are the advantages of internet, what are the disadvantages of internet, some internet terminology, what is web server, what is web browser. Okay, all the things we study in the previous chapter, that means in first chapter. Now today we start our second chapter, that is internet services and mobile technology. Let we start it. Our first topic is web services. Web services are the software based on services that take place when two electronic devices connected by network. Means web services is what? Web services, web, that as we know that web, that means we talk about internet, and services, that means who give the response of the client. That means web services are the software, or we can say that it is a services that is provided by the server to the client when they are requested for anything, and when the electronic devices are connected to each other by network. Next one is net surfing. Net surfing, that means what? Net surfing means we are searching anything over the internet is known as net surfing. Suppose that you are open anything on the YouTube, then it is also called a net surfing. You are open your web browser and search any type of image. For example, you want to download the image of any actor, actress, you just mention on the URL that you want to open the image of any flower, any actor, actress, you just mention in the address bar, and what will happen? The related information display on your screen. So this is called net surfing. Means when we explore the web or we search anything over the internet is known as net surfing. Next one is downloading. Downloading means making the copy of requested web page or file or document on our computer is known as downloading. That means we are making the copy of the document. We not delete it from our system. What we are doing, we are just making copy of the requested web page. Okay, for example, let me understand with the help of example. Suppose you want to download the image of a rose. Then what you mention there, you open your web browser. After that, in the search box you type image of rose. Lot of pictures display on your screen. Then you will select your desired picture, and what will happen? It start downloading. It start downloading means the copy of picture is downloaded on your screen. Means the picture is not deleted from that site. Even it make the copy of the images and stored in your computer system. So this is called downloading. Our next topic is search engine. Search engine. A search engine is a program that searches through a database of web pages for particular information. Means if you want to search anything, you just open your web browser, then we open our search engine. After that, the information is displayed on our screen. Most of the time what we see that no, I am not using search engine, I just open my web browser and then search it. But do you remember that when you open your web browser and you just type there google.com, then Google is open, and after that all the information what you want will display on your screen. Not only this, even you directly just type, you just open your web browser and there is no need to type google.com. You just mention there www.ncrt.nic.in. Then what will happen? What you see there? When you mention there www.ncrt.in, the information of NCERT is also come from the search engine, that is our Google, or it's Yahoo. Or there are lots of search engine which already present in our example also. All of you see the screen. In the screen it is clearly displayed that there are a lot of search engine like Google, Yahoo, Ask.com, MSN, Bing, About. These are the example of some search engine. Okay, so now it is clear. That means when a user requests for anything, then what the search engine is doing? First of all, he search from the database. After that, when he find that information, it display on our screen according to the user requirement. First of all, he search the information from the database. After that, it display on the screen. Here is a word come database. Database, that means it is the organized way. It is a organized way to store our information. There are lots of database like SQL, Oracle, etc. Okay, our next topic is email. Now we talk about email. All of you are familiar about email already, because most of the person now using email for share any type of information. Mostly it is used in organization to send any type of messages from one employee to another employee. Okay, so we talk about email. Email, that means first of all, its full form is electronic mail. Electronic mail, it is most widely used tool to send message electronically on the network. Means it is used very largely. Example, username @ domain name. For example, is also present there, priya123 @gmail.com. Now it's mentioned there priya123. It is our username which is selected by the user, and after the @ it is mentioned gmail.com. It is the domain name. And email is just look like a letter. In the past time, what will happen when the technology is not so much developed? People send the letter from one person to another person by using post offices. But when the technology is grown up gradually, what will happen? New techniques is come. So for saving our time, what will people doing? They are sending emails from one person to another person. Next we talk about the parts of email. That means how many parts of email. As in the picture we see this, there is two part of email. First one is username and second one is domain name. For example, in the picture it is display john.mayer@aol.com. Here john.mayer, it is the username which is selected by the user. That means we are selecting it. It is not predefined, we are selecting it. And after the @ symbol, it is mentioned that aol.gov.com. It is the domain name. So we can easily see it as these are the two parts of email. First one is username and second one is domain name. And the domain name is also called mail server because it provides the services. Some full form of domain name are here. Most of the time in the website we mention there www.google.com. So what it means .com? www.nic.in. What it means? .gov. Okay, so there are some full form of domain name. .com means for the commercial purpose. It is used in organization for the commercial purpose. That means for purchasing anything like shopping sites. Most of the time they are using .com. .net, that means network. We talk about the network resources. .mil is used for military organization. That means our military or defense organization, military organization use such type of extension. Next one is .co. .co is used for company. Any company use the .co domain name. .edu for educational purpose. If when you see anywhere .edu, that means it clarify that this website is related to education. Next one is .gov. .gov, that means we talk about the government sites. .org for any organization. Now I think there is some little bit confusion that what is the difference between .co, that means company, and what is the difference between .org organization. Company, that means we talk about any type of company, either it is profitable company or it is non-profitable company. But when we talk about .org, that means we talk about non-profitable company. That means for example our NGOs, they are some non-profitable company. They are doing their work for the charity of the people. Next one is .tv. .tv, that means it is used for the television. Means most of the television companies use such type of extension, such type of domain name like Colors TV, Star Plus. There are some example of televisions channels. Next one is some most common domains which is used, which I already explained to you, that com is used for the commercial purpose, edu is used for educational form, gov is used for government organization, mil is used for military purpose, net is used for network resources, for isps network. Here is the word isp, that means internet service provider. It is provided by the organization, means organization provide the services of internet, example Jio, Airtel, BSNL. These are some isps. Next one is org, for the organization purpose. co is used for the used by the companies. tv is used for the television channels. Okay, now let me talk about the advantage of email. That means what are the advantages of emails, because as we know that we human beings, without our profit we not do anything. The same thing happen here. Without advantage we are not using email. So what are some advantages of email? We discuss it here. It is a free tool, that means it is freely available. You can use it, just create a email account and just use it. Okay, there is no cost of it. Next one is it is quick, means in the past time we send the letter and it takes so much time, because if you want to send a letter from Delhi to Kolkata, it takes so much time, but by using email we can send our email within few minutes if your internet connection is good. Next one is it is very simple, because it is not so much technical that you will use such type of things, then you write this. No, it is very simple. Its format is very simple and you can easily use it. There is no need to there is no need of any technical knowledge. Next one is it is accessible from anywhere as long you have an internet connection. If your internet connection is good, it is not necessary that how far you are. You just send your message. Either it is you are live in the any corner of the India, or not only India, even foreign also, in other country also. It is paperless, therefore it is beneficial for the planet. Okay, because we just type our message. There is no need to cut any tree for the paper. In the past time what will happen, we write our letter in the paper, so for making paper there are lots of tree are cutted, but now there is no need to cut any type of tree, because it is paperless and it is very beneficial for the planet also. So these are some advantages of email. There are a lot of advantages of email, but we are describe some of them here. Our next topic is disadvantage of email. As we know that everything has some advantage and disadvantage. If there is advantage, then there is some disadvantage also present. So we just discuss about disadvantage of email. First one is emotional responses. Some emails causes upset or anger. Sometime what will happen, we read any type of email and after reading that email we become very angry or we become upset. Okay. Next one is information overloaded. Too many people send too much information. Sometime what will happen, if the main content is that please come on my birthday, but what the people are doing, not they mention the not mention that you come on my birthday. They are doing they are writing lots of things. That means I am going there, I am purchasing such type of things, I see this movie. Means they are writing so much content there, which is make the email very make the information overloaded. Next one is lacking the personal touch. Of course, lacking the personal touch also, because we not go to the house of our friend, we not meet to our relative, we just send our message that tomorrow is a birthday anniversary, birthday of my son, or tomorrow is marriage anniversary, please come there. But in the past time what will happen, we are going to that person house and say that tomorrow is marriage ceremony, please come. Okay, so the disadvantage of email is lacking the personal touch. Next one is misunderstanding. Sometimes the message misguide us also, means we read a message and we don't understand what the what that person want to say, and the confusion is created in our mind and it also create misunderstanding. Next one is pressure to reply. Sometimes such type of email is come and they write there that please reply it, please reply it. If we not reply, they annoy us and they call us that why you not reply, just reply it. Okay. Next one is spam message. Most of the time spam messages come. We don't like such type of messages, but it is come. For example, we talk about email. Okay, most of the time if you are using email, most of the time you see that some emails has come from the car loan, that please take car loan for purchasing car, please make this video. If you want to make it, please like my channel, and you are not interested on that. Okay, so such type of spam messages come there. Next one is waste your time. Of course email is also waste our time, because if you are too addicted of in email writing, then it of course waste your time, because sometimes people sometime what happen, people are sitting on the email and they are sending very useless messages and they also waste their time. So these are some disadvantages of email. Next we talk about the structure of email messages. In the picture you can easily see that this is the structure of the email. That means from to CC. Okay, and after that subject, and then we mention our main information, and the last one salutations, whatever you want to mention there. Now see this structure of email. From this is the address of the sender, that means who sent this message, to this is the address of the receiver, that who received this message. CC, it stands for carbon copy, and when we mention there CC, the CC receiver name is visible to all the receiver. That means if you are making the carbon copy, all the receiver who is attached, who is in your contact list, they also see this, that you are sending email to that person. BCC stand for blind carbon copy. A BCC receiver name is not visible to other receiver. That means it only visible to those person to whom you are allowed. All the recipient, all the receiver not to see your email. Next one is subject. Subject, that means we write about a short title for the mail, as you see in the picture. See, in the subject it is mentioned that my family. Okay, the same thing happen here. In the subject we write a short title of the mail. Next one is body. This body represent the main content of our email, means we write all the thing in the body portion. Next one is attachment. If you want to attach any picture, any type of symbols, you just click on the attachment and then attach it. Date, it is a date and time on which the message was sent from the sender computer, means it display in which time, on which time your message is delivered from the sender computer. Next one is message ID. Every message have a unique ID which is used to track reply to it. Every message have their unique ID, so that they can deliver to the destined person. That means to whom we want to send, the message is sent to that receiver. It not sent to another person. Okay, so that's all. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.